We might have went a little too deep. That's the third can. Uh-oh. I can taste colors and see sound. I don't think that's good. It's also kind of fun, but I might throw up. Yeah. This smells like licorice, and that's not good.
How you feeling, man? I'm pretty lucky. Say what? I'm fine.
Came down to work today, and there's an active police investigation going on, and I can't get in my shop.
How high are you?
Hi, how are you? This cop is so friendly.
What's up? It is Casey from Caseyscustoms. I just made a poor financial decision. I got my Blazer back in my shop, 1969 Blazer, laying on the ground. Very, very happy. It was out in Kansas, had to go get it picked up. While we were out there, I noticed the neighbor of the Blazer, they had a 67 Cadillac four-door hardtop, which I am a big fan of, and it came home. So, it's outside. Let's pull it in and see if I bought a good project or not. Bought it sight unseen. Don't know anything about it. Got a couple pictures, a couple messages, sent the money, and now it's here. Let's check it out together. 67 Caddy four-door hardtop. Oh, this thing is sweet. Oh, I got the fender skirts too. Check it out. Needs to get it running. Needs a little bit of rust repair. Driver's side floor is about the only spot. Picked this thing up for 1,200 bucks. Clean title, coming from Kansas. Department of Defense. Bro. This thing was like a sting operation or something. Well, we got a situation. I'm moving the caddy inside right now. And I just saw a bunny run in here. I have no idea where it went. It was a little guy too. Bunny? Bunny, you can't come in here. Where did you go? Oh, I want you out of here before I start working. You'll freak me out. God, if it was a rat, I'd be scared as hell, but he was hopping. Do rats hop? I don't think rats hop. I hope rats don't hop. Where the hell did it go? I'm gonna have to set the camera up so that I can find him. Oh, the shop is a mess. He could be anywhere. Bunny? All right, I'm gonna set the camera up. Screw it. I'm gonna let the camera run for 20 minutes. Who cares? We'll find him. Something just made noise over there. Why am I scared of a bunny? It's just a bunny. But he definitely made noise. Where'd he go? I just heard a box fall or something. All right, we'll keep looking. All right, I'm gonna set the camera up and then I'm gonna go walk around. Oh, there he is, there he is. I don't know if you can see him. I don't know if you can see him. Look, he's right underneath 56. Where'd he go? Shit, oh, he went that way. Oh, there he goes. I'm gonna go walk over there and then hopefully he comes running this way. Oh, I just heard him, he hit something. Did he go now? Where'd he go?
2 hours later.
Oh, I saw him. He's a little bitty guy. I gotta check the camera. See if he left. Did he leave? Yes! I just checked the camera. He ran outside. He ran right past the camera, too. Ha! Sweet. Bro's photogenic. All right, let's get this damn caddy inside. Holy shit. Had a lot of weird things in the shop. Never a bunny, though. All right, let's go. This took so damn long to get in here. I think I have a lock and brake or something. It does not want to push at all. Freaking cop came by whenever I was chasing the bunny. And I was like, oh shit, I'm blocking the road. He's gonna be mad. He goes, oh, I was making sure nobody was stealing nothing. I said, no, this piece of shit won't roll. They could have it. He started laughing. Okay, whoo, that was harder than it needed to be. All right, she's inside. Finally, 67 Caddy, four-door hardtop. I don't really like four doors. I'm not against four doors by any means. When I was starting my shop, I would build cars and sell them. That's basically what I did it before I started doing any customer cars. Build a car, sell it, build a car, sell it, so on and so on. And I just got burned on so many four doors. You put 6 or 7 grand in them, sell them for like 4 grand. Just people don't like four doors. But there is an exception to this rule that I learned later on, and that is four-door hardtops. Mainly four-door hardtops in the 60s because they're actually rarer than a lot of the two-door counterparts. 67 Impala, very much so. A lot of that is from the TV show Supernatural. I have always wanted a 67 Impala. I have one. But funny enough, whenever I got my 67 Impala, if you watch one of the very first videos, I said another 67 four-door hardtop that I like is the Cadillac. They just got really long lines. They look cool. They're really long, but they're sleek, if that makes any sense. The body is actually not that tall. Now, granted, you got to lay it on the ground, but from the rocker to the roof is not that tall. So whenever these are laid out, it just looks like a freaking bullet or something. Very, very cool. I don't know if we're going that far with this one. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this one, to be completely honest with you. Saw it on Facebook Marketplace. I think it was $2,000 or something. It was up for a couple hours. I said, do you have any wiggle room? And then I think they said 15, if I remember right. And sure enough, the lady messaged me and she goes, oh, you're friends with my buddy Lester. And I was like, Lester? And I go, oh yeah, Lester, the guy that my 69 Blazer has been at for the last year. He's friends with Trailer Trash Racing, who worked on the Blazer for a couple months, and then it went to Lester's house, and it's been there ever since. They're literally neighbors, next house to each other. I said, that's crazy. So we get to talking, we get to dealing. I got her down to $1,200, sent me a bunch of pictures, never saw it in person, just sent her the money, said I'll take it. Clean title, good to go. And I said, not only that, whenever I pick it up, I'm going to have my delivery guy pick up the Blazer too. So the Blazer's at the other shop. Very, very cool. Got 2 cars in one day. Did we need 2 cars in one day? God knows. We have a million other things going on. Poor 55. Been working on it, not nearly enough. Same thing with 56. But they're moving along. I got to hire somebody. For God's sakes, if you want a job and you're a mechanic or a welder fabricator, shoot me an email, Caseyscustoms@yahoo.com. But yeah. Very, very excited to take a look at this thing. I checked it out already the other day when we were finishing up the van. So they are not car builders. Let's put it that way. Her and her husband seemed pretty mechanically inclined. They knew what was going on. They were scared of the rust, it sounded like, from the messages. Now, I could be wrong. I don't know. I just go off of what I've seen in messages. So I assumed this was going to be much worse than it was. I was like, oh, okay, it needs a whole new floor pan. It needs everything. That's the only spot right there. There's a little bit of thin stuff there, but that's not that bad. That's a pretty easy fix. That's a super easy fix. I don't know if they make floor pan patch panels for these. If they do, I just need a front section. If not, I can make that from scratch. I haven't checked the trunk yet, though, but it looked okay. Also, I didn't see pictures with the skirts. At least I didn't remember seeing them, so I wasn't sure if it had skirts, but I really like it with the skirts on. Well, sure enough, we get to unloading it the other day. They bought new seats because the seats in it were really shitty. Got a really nice rear seat and a super nice front seat. Check that out. Even has all of the original wiring and stuff underneath it. I know nothing about that, so that's going to be a learning process. This shop is a freaking mess right now. Paintwork just makes everything filthy. But not only do I have 1 pair of skirts, I have 2 pairs. They had a whole extra pair and a newer carburetor. They had it turning over, trying to get it running, but the carburetor that on it was junk, so they bought a newer carb, and then by then they kind of fell out of love with it. Been sitting. They never even put this on. So we got that. We got a bunch of extra parts. The trunk had the seats in it and the skirts, but I never really looked at it. I think me and my dad and the delivery guy were just kind of packing shit up. So let's pop the trunk open, see how it looks in there, and then we'll open the hood. All right. Just got the trunk open. Not too bad. A little thin right in here. A little bit of rust right there. I don't know if they make a patch for it, but you could, I guess that's just your floor sub rail, but it's on top. It's kind of funky. You could technically just cut right across there and put another sheet in. Your gas tank bolts to that, I'm sure, though, or needs it for strength. But either way, not bad at all. Way better than I was expecting. So much better than I was expecting. Also popped the hood open. I hosed all this down the other day. Just kind of double checking stuff. I can go ahead and take those out now. Oh, those have been in there a while. Oh, she's a quadrajet, is she? Wait a second. If it's a quadrajet and they have a Holly carb, maybe that's why they didn't bolt it up. Yeah. Might need an adapter. That one might be okay, though, because it's the smaller hole setup. I don't know. I have to take a look at it. Yeah, that one should be okay. What is that right there? I already see something in there I don't like. Well, not that. Bedding. Mouse bedding. Don't love that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, before we do anything too crazy, is make sure this motor turns over. I wanna double check, make sure all that is good, and then if we get it turning over, we can kind of just progress from there. I know I need to get it jacked up. I might jack it up first just to see which freaking wheel on this damn thing is dragging, because it pushes. I mean, it's a big, heavy beast, but it pushes harder than you would ever imagine. You can see how our stuff looks. The story on this was it sat in a field for like 30 years before they bought it. It was actually, it looked like, anyways, from the pictures, that it was like a used car lot, and they almost used it for like advertising. Like, it wasn't for sale, it was just kind of out there, and it sat for a long time. Ooh, that's not coming out. Oh yeah, that's never a good sign. Okay, we're gonna have to hit that with a hammer. All right, let's play with some shit, see if we can't find out what's going on with this old girl, and hopefully make sure everything's turning over and whatnot. Let's go. One good thing I will say before we get started, I topped it off with radiator fluid, or with the hose, just because I want to make sure the radiator was good. And it's hard to see down in there, but it still has water about right there. And I topped it off, so that means nothing is leaking, which is great, because that was 2 or 3 days ago, and if I had a leak, even if it was a small leak, that would have been dry by now. So let's dig in and see what the hell we bought. Okay, I went ahead and hooked the battery up. That is beyond wishful thinking, optimism. That's just a prayer. Mice have ate a lot of this wiring. All this over here is chewed up. The wires off the coil are just ate all the shit. I don't even know what that goes to. So I'm not expecting much, but I kind of want to hit some buttons, you know, see what happens. We'll start with like the lights, see if the lights work, and then go from there. Where are the lights even at? What was that I just broke? Oh, piece of plastic, okay. This thing has cruise control? Holy shit, that's cool. Lights. Oh, the headlights are on. I don't think the taillights are. Are the headlights on? Headlights work! Oh, that's cool. I got one taillight on back here. Sweet. I don't know if the camera is even in a good enough angle to see that. Headlights are on. Oh, sweet. And then passenger side taillight. Let me scoot you back. I'm gonna hit the brake just in case. Maybe we get lucky and the brake lights work. Probably not. I can't tell on my side. I don't see any brake lights. Key also might need to be on for the brake lights. Where's the keys? Oh, I kept the keys in my pocket. Okay. Wiper? No, wiper might need the key on as well. Radio, AC, none of that's working. Okay. Oh, the lock is all shitty. The lock is all broke. They have a new lock mechanism. That makes sense now. Let me see if a screwdriver will do anything. Probably not, if I had to guess. No. Well, hold on. No. Negative. Okay. Wow, this thing is awesome. No key. I might dig into that. I might also just go directly to the starter and see if I can't jump it off something. I don't know if I can reach it without going underneath. But let's see. We'll play with it a little bit more while we have the battery hooked up and see if we can't get lucky. Super excited about the lights, to be honest with you. Getting ready to get under there and try and jump the starter, see what happens. But while we had it jacked up, fronts are locked solid. They kind of move, but not very good. And I popped the cap off. There is zero fluid in there at all. So most likely our rubber lines are just seized. That usually happens whenever cars sit for a long time. The rubber lines will swell up, or they kind of sink in, I guess you would call it, and they'll just be seized, and it technically is like putting a little bit of pressure on it. You could also have the calipers that have rust, but a lot of times that rubber just kind of, it's almost like baby holding the brakes for you. But we'll deal with that later. I'll pop the wheels off right now. I'm gonna see if I can get it turned over with the starter. Still pretty stupid, pretty wishful thinking, you know, because I should really just try and get a breaker bar on it and turn it over, but we'll see what happens. All right, I got nothing at the starter. I think the cable's just too shitty. It might also be broke. Also, Cadillac 429s don't have a center harmonic bolt, crank bolt. So they got little ones, but check this out. Let me see if I can get it away. Come on. Come on, baby. Oh, don't over tighten. Yes! She's turning! She's turning! Oh, I don't want to over tighten that. I was gonna use 2 longer bolts, but then I just started tightening these and it started moving. Check. Let's see if we can get away with it again. Come on, don't get too cute. Yes! There it goes. Okay. So, we know she turns. That's all I wanted. Oh, sweet. Okay. Now, let's try and figure out if we can't trace some of this damn wiring down. And what we can do, if we have to, just take a battery, run it straight down there, straight to the starter, and see what happens. The starter could also be junk, too, of course. But let's keep playing with it, see what happens. All right, I went ahead and popped the starter off. I want to make sure it's still good. Seems okay, but it's also a little sloppy, and all my connections are real filthy. So I'm gonna get it cleaned up. We'll bench test it. If it works, throw it back up there, and I'll just make battery cables and then just put the battery right there instead of trying to run it through all the bullshit that's everywhere. Usually your starter cable goes straight to your battery, or just somewhere straight towards the battery, at least we'll put it that way. Even my main starter cable goes back in that way, it looks like, and then up around, which is weird as shit, but I don't know. Also, it looks like it might have been redone. Some of this doesn't look factory. It was definitely done a very long time ago, but I don't know. Let's clean this up, see if we can get the starter working. All right, this starter was full of water. This is not a good sign, but I think we have life. I need to clean up these just a little bit more because they're not perfect, but we should have something. Oh yeah. Sweet. These definitely need cleaned up a little bit more, but she's spinning. We gotta get the thing all the way back up in there, which is gonna be a pain in the ass, but we should be able to, at the very least, hit a button and see if anything's gonna happen. Ooh. Okay, I don't love my ground that we have. I think this battery's almost dead. Where's my power wire? Oh, this is my starter wire. I think, yeah, that's my starter wire. I'm gonna keep an eye on the ground. If it starts getting hot, I already know it's not great, but. Hey! Battery cable's not thick enough. Battery cable's hot, and, well, ground's hot too. Also, very low battery, but she's turning over. Not turning over fast, but we kind of knew that anyway. What I might do is pop the spark plugs out just to kind of see what's going on in there. Obviously it's turning over, but it'll turn over a lot faster, and I really want it moving. I want to get some oil pressure up. I want to get stuff just kind of acclimated. This side doesn't look too bad for the spark plugs. Driver's side's not bad either. This one's gonna kind of suck, but yeah, let's do that. Let's pop the plugs out. Throw a little stuff in the cylinders. Oh, I just seen the gas. Was the fuel pump pumping? The gas is red. Oh my God, that's interesting. We might check and see if the tank has a drain on it. Some of them do, some of them don't. I'm not sure on the Caddy, but look at this gas. Whoa, now that could have been there before, but I just now noticed it. All right, let's pop these plugs out real quick. All right, didn't really give it a ton of time to charge, but we got everything broke down. I know I need to order tomorrow at the parts store. Spark plugs out, soaked them, PV blaster, and a little bit of oil. Let's see what happens. Where did I put? Oh, there it is. Oh, shit! Woo! She's got good compression. Oh, shit, I wasn't expecting that. I need to find a towel. Whoa! Battery charged a little bit more, too. All right, let's make a mess. She's been sitting for 30 years or whatever it is. It's good to just get oil all over the place. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at the compression. Wow. Oh, yeah. Good, good, good. Oh, that makes me so happy. I might actually have a compression tester here. Hold on. Now we're going a little OD. We're doing too much. But let me see if I have it. If I have it, did I take it to the other shop? Oh, no, it's right there. Oh, my goodness. There it is. There and there. We don't need to do this by any means. It's an old car. We don't have to get this cute. Also, we just soaked the cylinder, so it's gonna run better, or it's gonna look higher than it is. But you got the tool, you gotta use it. Wow, it makes it a little tricky when everything's covered in oil. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna put this over just in case I get shot again. I don't want that. I already am covered in oil. Let's see where she's at. Oh, it started pumping gas. Also, this is leaking. I heard it leaking. Oh, it's leaking bad now. Son of a bitch. What did we do? Come on. Well, it said 90 at first. Now it only says 30. I did something wrong. Oh, it is pumping the shit out of gas. That's nice. Maybe I have the wrong friggin' fitting on here. Let me play with this for a second, and then we'll try again. Oh. So I have good news and bad news. Good news is my plugs all look great. Bad news is there is more chewed up wiring than I thought. This last plug does not want to come out. Just because it's in a weird spot. Also, I have the car jacked up like an idiot right now. Come on, baby. There we go. I mean, every single one of them looked like that. That's perfect. Like for an old car, not rusty. Look really good, actually. I mean, I'll hit those with a wire wheel and run them. Okay, let's see. The more I'm in here digging with stuff, the more wires I'm finding that are either cut or eaten by mice, which is not fun. Distributor cap and spark plug wires are all original, so they're just brittle as shit. You can hear them cracking as I'm moving them. That one actually broke in half when I moved it. Yeah, so definitely gonna have to take all those off and get new ones. I'm gonna pop the cap off now. Most likely we'll need a new cap and wires. Let's get a look at it real quick, just in case. Yeah, these are just breaking as I'm moving them. They are definitely original, which is nice, but they are smoked. What's plugged in still? Boy, caddy stuff is interesting. Oh, it unplugs down here, okay. That's weird. And then that comes out there. Wow, okay. Yeah, those wires don't look great either. Let's see, come on, get out. I know you're not happy. Come on. Oh, shit. A bunch of dead spiders in there, but it looks good. Cap actually looks fine. What are you connected to, bruh? Oh my God, what is going on here? Come on now, come on now. Wrapped around, there we go. Okay, get out of there. Oh. That cap is friggin' not bad at all. I don't know if you can see the dead spiders down in there, but they scared the shit out of me. Let me zoom in. See them? I think they're dead. Are they dead? Oh yeah, they're all dead. Okay. Definitely need... You could definitely run that cap, but why would you? They're like 20 bucks. I mean, shit, actually, that looks brand new in there too. Maybe we don't. Maybe Maybe we keep the stock cap. If they're 20 bucks, I'll get another one, but if for some reason this one's expensive, I'll run that one. But my wires are definitely shot. Rotor's got some rust in it. Oh, that one's alive. Oh, that one was a live spider. Oh shit, that scared the hell out of me. That thing was big. Woo! There was a not dead one on there. Oh, it's a dual guy. I see. Okay. Everything looks good there. That's nice. All right, I'm gonna shoot some, woof, that scared the shit out of me. I'm gonna shoot some oil down the cylinders. We'll turn her over and might make it a night after that. I'll see what parts I can get. Hopefully I can get all this shit tomorrow and we'll try and get it started, but if I can't find the parts, we might be screwed. If that's the case, we'll dig into the front brakes because I want to see what's going on there. They are giant drums, big boy drums. Look at the size of that damn thing. But yeah, lube this engine up and see what happens. All right, I actually got it hooked up right now. Let's see what happens. $120, that's pretty damn good. Okay. All right, I'm gonna retry the front one again, and then we'll double check. All right, I did a compression test. It's low, but it's not turning over very fast. Everything is pretty close, like 80, 90, except the front one, and it was 90, and then it went to 30, and then like 40, and now it's staying there. So I have a feeling I have a stuck exhaust valve or something, but I wanna double check. Make sure we don't have a hole in this baby or something. Yeah, my little camera's filthy. That's not good. I don't see any holes or anything, but this camera lens is a little filthy. Picking anything up on it? No? Okay. I think we're good. Okay. I don't see anything too bad, but I have a better camera at the other shop. What was that? Oh, you bitch, what was that? Uh-oh, might have spoke too soon. Hold on. What the hell is that right there? Oh my God, that's a reflection of the camera off the freaking piston, off the cylinder wall. Oh my God. I was like, something's round. Yeah, it was a damn, Jesus. Well, she can kind of see, but boy, I got a better one at the other shop. Okay, cool. Also, I started pumping out a lot of gas. You know what that is? I would almost guarantee that's stable. People put that gas preservation shit or whatever they call it, stable in their stuff, and that stuff clogs up carburetors quicker than anything on the planet. My grandpa used to love it because he was like, if it sits for, you know, a couple months, you got to put that stuff in there. You want to, you know, preserve the gas. It always clogged up carburetors. I always told him not to do it, but he always did. Guarantee that's what it is. What I'm going to do before we call it a night, we have a bunch of parts that need ordered. We need to charge this up a lot better because the engine turning over, you know, at half speed, that's not great for a compression test. But I want to see if there's a drain on the tank because I want to drain it. Super happy that the pump and everything is working though. I was not expecting that at all. No drain. Didn't think so. Have to drop the tank. Not going to do that tonight. Sun's getting ready to come up. This was an all-night affair. And yeah, we got to order some parts. I need to get a better battery for tomorrow. I need to get a top post battery and not a side. I'm like rigging up my side post battery. It works, but it was already dead. So yeah, we're gonna order a bunch of parts and then hopefully come in tomorrow, see if we can't get the engine running. If we can't get the engine running, if for some reason the parts are gonna take a couple days, we're gonna dig into the brakes and probably drop the tank tomorrow. So we'll be back. So far, I'm impressed. Nothing's like screaming at me that it's bad. Even the low compression on, I think that's number one, whatever. The front piston, it had 90 at the beginning and then it seemed like it lost it. So it could be the junky $20 compression test I have. It could be it's turning over too slow. It could also be a stuck valve, which is not the end of the world. So sweet. I checked all of them that I could. The only other one I couldn't really get to was the front on the driver's side, but that one was shooting out the most oil. It actually hit the wall, so I'm not worried about it. But yeah, sweet. Go back tomorrow. Cool. Fun project so far. We'll keep going.
The next day.
Well, came down to work today and there's an active police investigation going on and I can't get in my shop. So that might be the end of today's video. Son of a bitch.
The next day.
All right, we're back. Couldn't work yesterday. Came down here last night. I always work nights, as you know. It's a lot cooler at night. And couldn't get in the road because the entire road was blocked off. somebody died, which is not great. Don't know who it was. Cops needed to borrow my security camera footage, so that's fun. No clue. Wouldn't tell me anything about it. I couldn't come in my shop to work. He didn't die in here. I know that. That's good. I've had some weird stuff happen throughout the years. I've never not been able to work due to a death. So that was interesting. Didn't sleep great last night. Was thinking about that way too long. Sounds like he was an older guy. Natural causes. Still weird, scary. I don't even know where we left off a couple days ago. Oh, ordering parts. I needed parts, cap, rotor, spark plugs. They're cheap. They're like $1.50 each or $2. So I went ahead and got new ones, even though those ones are fine. New coil, new spark plug wires, just everything basically we're gonna refresh. None of them were in stock. The only thing that was in stock was the coil, and the coil they had was the old school resistor type. I like to run the ones with the internal resistor so you don't have to wire in the little resistor. And they didn't even have that one in stock. So I could have technically bought a generic coil and then bought a resistor, but I said, screw it, I'll just order the other one. So I'm not gonna have any of those parts for 2 more days. So we're screwed on that. Do we wanna try and maybe still get it running with the shit we have? Maybe, probably not. What I would like to do, first off, is get it cleaned up. I bought like 4 cans of brake clean. I want to get all this shit cleaned up because the old gas that it was pumping out really stinks. Probably going to drop the tank. If we do any more turning it over, now that we have a fully charged battery, we are going to make sure that our fuel line is pumping into a can so we can get rid of it, because it smells like varnish. It's very, very old gas, and it's red, which is not great. So yeah, let's clean it up. Oh, also got a new brake master cylinder. $50 or something. I got all new brake hoses as well, because I assume the rubber is already going to be shot on them. So what we'll do is get this shit cleaned up, maybe turn it over a little bit. I have my gloves on because I got my borescope, or whatever the hell those are called, cleaned up a little bit better so I can see down in there. I don't see anything wrong with any cylinders. It's hard to tell. Don't have the best camera, but I don't see any problems why anything is crazy. So most likely our low compression on a couple cylinders is probably from the battery being dead or the valves. We'll turn it over a little bit. If they still seem like we're getting real low compression, I might pop the valve covers off, just take a look at it. It looks like this side's gonna suck because the air conditioner's in the way. Let's get it cleaned up, let's dig in. At the very least, I wanna dig into the brakes, take those apart, and drain the tank, because that shit stinks. I don't know what I wanna do first yet though. So I'll probably just start spraying brake clean and then get lightheaded. And hopefully I have a headache with pictures, also known as an idea. You get enough brake clean, you start getting high, and then you get to a level where you're gonna throw up. That's not good, but right below that level, boy, the creative juices start flowing. You start getting ideas like crazy. And then you usually throw up, so you don't wanna go too crazy, but we'll figure it out when we start getting the brake clean going. Let's go. Whoa! Whoa! We might have went a little too deep. That's the 3rd can. Uh-oh. I can taste colors and see sound. I don't think that's good. It's also kind of fun, but I might throw up. Yeah. This smells like licorice, and that's not good. Okay, we should probably open some doors and vent some shit. Yeah, let's turn the camera off. Woo! Hello! All right, we got some stuff cleaned up. We have a charged battery. I have my compression tester hooked back up to, I think that's number 2, right? Number 2 cylinder, which was my low one yesterday. We're gonna see what happens. I made sure it was tight this time too, because it was leaking yesterday, which made me a little nervous, but let's see. What the hell? Jumped up to 90 and now it won't move at all. Oh, wow, there it went, okay. Oh, this thing's leaking like a bitch. This thing's leaking like hell. I can feel it coming out around my fingers. Ha! I can feel the line. The line's flexing. It has so much compression, this line is flexing. What a piece of shit. Yeah, okay. It actually said 120 there for a second. I don't know if I caught it on camera, but that makes me happy. Okay, so we should be fine. This is the low compression I was worried about is obviously a shitty gauge. So what I want to do while I have all this hooked up is I want to throw my cat back on, wire in my coil just to see if maybe it has spark. I know I need new stuff, but I'm just curious. We're already right here. It'll only take another 10 minutes to get it wired up. So let's check that real quick before we dig into something else. I started messing with the coil and I was checking my wiring and seeing what I needed to do to get it wired up, because a lot of this is chewed up from mice, as you can see, and I don't even know what the hell this all is. This was just kind of hanging on the fender. So we need to look that up and see what it goes to and where it's supposed to go and why is it melted. Actually, that's chewed up. For some reason, mice like plastic. Anyways, sorry, getting sidetracked. I saw this on the ground and I went, oh no, that is the internal pieces of the distributor that go on the back side of this whenever you take your rotor off. That's supposed to be one solid piece. So that's not good. We need to order one of those or order a whole new distributor. So either way, we're not going to be checking spark, which is probably good because all this stuff is just broke and bad anyway. But I kind of wanted to double check it, but that's all right. We'll save that for whenever we get some parts. I'll see if I can order these. It's like a retaining clip that goes behind here. It's essentially what your rotor bolts to. It goes through those threads and then it bites on the back of that. I'm pretty sure. I bet you can buy those, hopefully, maybe. Hopefully, maybe. If I do have to get a new one, I'm going to put a freaking HEI on it. We'll do away with all this shit. But what I want to do before we pivot and go to something else is I do want to pop the valve covers off. At the very least, this one, so we can get a look at it. And then, depending on how it is, probably that one too. We should probably take both of them off. If I have to take the entire air compressor off to do it, we might not, because that would really suck. But let's see. Let's play with them a little bit more before we move on. And then probably drop the tank, start messing with the brakes. But let's see what the inside of this engine looks first, baby. Look at how good this head looks. Ooh. Wow. That is very, very clean. The cork gasket has been on there a very, very long time. It was sealed to the head very, very well. You can actually still see chunks of it on the valve cover. I don't know what the mileage is on this baby, but boy, she looks low from what I'm seeing. You never know. It's hard to tell. I know they stopped driving it because of this, but obviously I have no clue. I think it was in, what was the date on this one? 87 was the last time it was tagged. And they said it got hit 30 years ago and was sitting in a field, so that kind of checks out. She's probably been sitting for a while. Has 31,000 miles on it, it said. That's definitely not 31. It's probably a rollover, but I have a feeling it's only one rollover, not two. You never can tell with the old 5-digit odometers. Good thing to do is check the brake pedal, see how worn out it is. Damn it. Doesn't look worn out at all. Let me get a light in here for you. Pretty damn good. Not too bad. Not perfect, but I'd say 131 be my guess. That's actually really nice. Just been sitting outside a long time. You can tell whenever you look at a brake pedal or gas pedal, you can tell by how worn down they are. You can get a kind of a rough estimate on miles. Obviously, it's just guessing, but a good example of this would be the 69 Mercury Marauder that I have. It had I think 70,000 original miles. The brake pedal still looks brand new. I mean, it isn't worn out at all. And some people say, yeah, but they could have put a new brake pedal on it. It's pretty easy to tell what's different from OEM and replaced. And like on the Mercury, there's like not even any worn paint anywhere on it. It's just, you can just tell it all looks really nice. This, you can see this is worn from people hitting it with their knees and shit. So probably a 131, but I wouldn't think it's a 231, which is good. Not that it matters to me. It could have 500,000 miles on it. I don't give a shit if it runs. We're good. If it runs and drives, we're gonna have some fun with this damn thing. I didn't realize it. I've always wanted a Caddy, never really had a Caddy. The aftermarket support on these is huge. You can buy every single thing for that engine. I haven't checked patch panels yet, but lots of airbag options, lots of all kinds of stuff. So very, very cool. But all right, let's, I want to take this other valve cover off, and what I'd like to do while we have them off and our battery's still hooked up, turn it over and make sure everything is opening. I want to see my intake and my valve and my exhaust valves opening and closing. Yeah. Oh, I'm not excited about that side. Let's go. Well. The compression tester wasn't faulty after all. That's not a good sign. Oh, it's broke actually. Oh, wow, I thought it was just sitting there. And I just dropped it too. Where's the push rod? Oh, that's not great. Push rod's way down in there. It went the right way though, I think. Up is better than down. Okay, well that makes sense then. I gotta get a magnet to get that out. Yeah, that snapped off. And that is the intake side. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's actually labeled on a Caddy. It says E. I think it does. Yeah, E and I. That's pretty damn nifty. Not happy about that. Let's get that out of there real quick. Thing is wedged in there, and I've used magnets, tweezers, needle nose pliers, all kinds of stuff. I actually took a TIG rod, jammed it down in it, and then kind of bent it, so I think I can get it out now, maybe. Oh, I spoke too soon. I just dropped it. Oh, I can almost get my finger on it. Got it. Oh, shit. That actually worked good if you ever need to do that. Use a TIG rod. That's not what I was wanting. Ruh-roh. So we might need to do some investigating. It could have bent. I take that back. That's actually not that bad. It could have bent because, well, no, maybe not. Why would that bend? Well, no, yeah, it could have bent because the rocker was broke and it could have pushed on it sideways, maybe, instead of straight up and down, maybe. Might be wishful thinking, but that's not good. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this rocker off so we can get a look at it real quick. If I have the right size. I don't, of course. I just want to make sure that everything is still moving and there's not something in the cylinder. That's what I'm worried about. We ran into that on the 454, but the 454, it was broke. It wasn't just bent, it was broke and the valve was stuck wide open. This seems okay, I think. But let's see, I'll take that off real quick and we'll come right back. All right, got the bolt out. Ooh. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. That is kind of a cool design. They slide in like that. Wow. She definitely broke. I wonder if you can buy just one of these or you have to change them all out. And then there is our push rod. Yeah. Oh, it looks like the exhaust is the same length as the intake, so that's good at least. And I had oil in it, look. Good, that means we have oil pressure up here. Good, good, good. That's actually good things. Okay, let's try and use our show. No, something's broke. Oh, fuck, no. Oh, no, that's just a gasket. Oh, thank God. Oh, yeah, okay, good, good, good. There's a gasket down in there. I thought it was broke. Here, let me show you. It looked like metal. Let me zoom in. See how that's not just a circle? I was like, oh shit, it broke the friggin' head. No, that's just a gasket. It actually looks okay down in there, but I'm gonna get my little borescope out, double check. just in case. And then these should still be turning, or they should still be moving up and down, but we'll double check that. And I want to turn the engine over. I need to get the rest of this freaking gasket out of here. I want to turn the engine over and make sure all this shit's moving okay, because we obviously have problems if one was broke. And funny enough, I thought that I had a bad compression tester because I was getting good compression and I wasn't, and I didn't know what was going on. Well, that makes perfect sense because she was not working properly. All right, let's play a little bit more and see what happens. Well, damn it. Was that the intake or the exhaust? I forgot. It was stuck. The valve was stuck. Tapped around on it, made sure it was loose. It freed up now, which is good. Started checking the other ones. Came over here, and I was just, making sure they had a little bit of play, but they weren't stuck. Came over to this one and went, oh, cool, you're not attached at all. And the push rod is way down in there like it was on that one. So we gotta take that off now too. Son of a bitch, this has turned into a bigger deal than I wanted, but hopefully it's as nice as that one over there. We'll find out. That one's a doozy. Oh. Gotta get our camera out and go check some shit out on that side. Oh. Oh, son of a bitch. Great news, that valve is a little sticky, just like this one was. Hit it with a hammer a couple times, it's better. It's still not great. The springs might need to be replaced on that one. This one I got to come right back. That one will still go down and up, but boy, it's a little bit slow. But I threw push rods in there. Now I only have 2 of them that are good, so I already did this aside. But I wanted to make sure, there wasn't like cam issues or anything. You can check these guys out right now. Going up and down like it should. So that makes me happy. Very, very happy about that. We can order some parts, stop working on the engine until some more shit comes in. Let's dig into the brakes or the gas tank. We might go see how bad the gas tank is first and then go from there. I wasn't planning on spending half the day doing this shit, but hey, I'm super glad we did, because if we threw, a couple $100 worth of parts at it and it was running like shit, it's a GM, so it would have still ran with this, but we would have made the problem much, much worse. So I'm happy we found it now. But yeah, it is what it is. All right, I got this all cleaned up so she can just sit while we are waiting for parts. I was gonna do the brakes first, but I decided to do the hard part first, which is the stupid gas tank. 60s cars just put drains in them, damn it. I know it's still holding fluid. I know my lines are still good because it's pumping up here and I don't see any leaks, but it stinks really, really bad. If I was smart, I would get some sort of a pump out, to pump the gas out, but that really never gets it all the way out anyway. The best way is just to drop it. So let's just do that. Son of a bitch. I thought this thing had 20 gallons in it because it would not come out. The original, I guess, coating that they put between the gas tank and the trunk floor just was like a giant piece of glue. This side didn't even come. Oh, this side came off too. Holy shit. These are like 10 pounds each. My God. Okay. Anytime you're dropping a tank that still holds gas that you might reuse, I'm gonna reuse it. It looks great actually. And it's original, it's never been out before. It's good to check your filler and all this shit, your sending unit. That actually does not look bad. These are usually like 20 bucks though to buy new, so I'll usually replace them. Oh no, I take that back. Filter broke. You could also just change the filter. Wow, that's actually in really good shape. Still works, still has a float. You could easily clean that up and run it. I might just change the filter. Boy, there's barely any gas in there. I'm gonna go get my old gas. I have a 5-gallon jug I use for old shitty gas. I'm gonna dump all that out and then probably rinse it out and we'll get a good look at what it looks like on the inside. Damn, this thing looks nicer than I was expecting. Sweet! That's nice. All right, got the gas tank drained, hosed it out with soapy water, and then blew it out with the air hose. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit while it's drying. We're gonna dig into these brakes before we call this a damn video. Basically, I just wanna take both the front drums off because they're both sticking, as you can see, and I wanna see why. Most likely, the shoes could be rusted solid to the drum. There could be a lot of different things going on. Let's find out. The shoes are 100% rusted to the drum. They do not want to come off. There it went. Holy crap. Yep. Mechanism came out with it. I knew it was coming. Yep. Oh, wow. That shit's all frozen, too. Come on, get out. Oh. Whoa. Oh. Look at that. Okay, so let's see how bad these are. Yeah, that's seized as well. Oh no, it's got a little, well, no, it ain't moving back. Yeah. They don't like to sit for a long time, so we definitely need wheel cylinders up front. Definitely need wheel cylinders. Okay, let's see. Look at all the rust. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay. Bearings look good though. That's nice. Alright, let's go do the driver's side and then we will take a look at our gas tank and see what all we got to order. If I was smart, I would just order engine parts, make sure the engine runs before we get too cute. But wheel cylinders and stuff is usually pretty cheap. This stuff's all going to come back off, but if I don't put the shit back on, I'll lose it. So, and I will buy a full kit of this. Sometimes you need to resave some of it, but usually you can get this full kit for nothing. 40, 50 bucks, maybe less. Whew. All right, let's go. All right, this side, just as rusty. It fought even more than the passenger side. So we gotta order ourselves some brake parts, but now she rolls, which is good. Rubber lines are horrible. There's no flex in them at all. So I'm glad I already bought those. Yeah, look at that, look at that. It's staying where I push it. That's not good. They should, I mean, they have steel lines inside of them, but they still have some flex to them when they're new. So definitely got to get those, but very happy this thing will push. I had to run into it with my Hummer to get the damn thing in here. So I'm going to put this shit back together and then we'll go take a look at the tank. And then we're waiting for parts. We're going to call this a video. Sweet. I'm still very happy with my purchase. Definitely worth 1,200 bucks. Okay, good news. Inside of the tank looks pretty damn good. It is hard to see in there, but she's not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's got a little bit of kind of like staining in the bottom that I've seen a million times in old tanks, but nothing floating around, nothing stuck in there. Should be good. There is a place in town that will boil them out. I might call them. The last time I called down there to have a tank boiled out, they were going to boil it and reseal it for like 350 bucks, and the new tank was 120. So I don't know. Maybe the resealing was the expensive part. I'm not sure. You know, if they'll boil it for 50 bucks or something, I'll have them boil it. But I haven't checked even to see a new one because that was pretty good. I'll rock that one. I say all that, and then, you know what? Let me just check real quick because I did that on the 68 Cutlass. Tank wasn't horrible, and the new tank was like literally $100 with new straps. So let's check that real quick before I talk too much. Ha! I didn't put my foot in my mouth for one time in a video. Let's go, baby. We're going on like 3 or 4 years of posting. First time. New tank's like $500, $400 or $500. So definitely gonna run that one. We're not doing that. I will get a new sending unit though. They're still pretty cheap. So very, very happy about that. Checked on brake stuff. Also very, very cheap. Love that. You kind of always worry when it comes to like Caddies or Lincolns or stuff that's like higher end. Sometimes, you know, stuff's a little bit different, a little bit bigger bore here, a little bit bigger something there, but seems like this is all pretty much standard GM shit, except the gas tank. That is not standard. That's Caddy only, apparently. So brake stuff was all pretty damn cheap. Same thing with spark plugs, spark plug wires, coil, all that wasn't too bad at all. Still haven't checked on the patch panel for the floor, but I'll be completely honest with you. What I don't want to do is order 50 new parts for this thing and then find out my motor isn't running. I don't see any reason it wouldn't. I got a little nervous with the bent push rods, but they seemed okay. The valves were moving. I tapped them with a hammer. Everything was moving okay. I threw push rods in it when I was turning it over. Everything is moving up and down, so I know the cam is still good, so we should be okay. But we're not going to do shit till I hear that motor run, and most likely the transmission work too, because I kind of getting to the point where if it needs a motor and transmission, I kind of just send it on its way. It's certainly not the hardest job, swapping a motor and transmission, but we just have a lot of really cool shit going on right now, and it's just stuff I would rather not mess with. So, sweet. Very happy with my purchase. Think I did okay. What do you guys think? Any mechanics in here? I've learned from my years on YouTube, the smartest mechanics on the planet are usually the profiles that are private. They will tell you everything that you're doing wrong, and they are master mechanics, which is great. I love hearing all the things I'm doing wrong, but let me know if there's something I missed, something I should be double checking before we start installing parts, because 9 times out of 10 they're trolls, but every now and then I will get the one comment that's actually really smart, and I go, oh, hey, thank you. That helps out a bunch. And I'm not even being sarcastic. I'm being serious. But 99% of the time it's just guys talking shit, because that's the internet, baby. God, that thing looks so freaking cool. I want to build it so bad. We got to wait on parts, and we'll see what happens. Not happy that we couldn't get the engine running, but still very happy with my purchase. This is the type of projects I'm trying to do more of in the future. Obviously, the motor and transmission working puts it on a higher level of where I want to be, but stuff like this, you know, if it's running and driving, obviously this isn't the craziest engine situation where I had to rip apart the heads or something like on the Suburban, but if we just have to throw a couple parts at it, she's running and driving, this is exactly the projects I want to do more moving forward, because once it's running and driving and we get the brakes going, we can jump right into the fun shit. Rust repair, paint job, airbags, just, and then you're done. Like, don't have to be a crazy 2,000 hour build. These kind of cars here, they make an airbag kit. I wouldn't say it bolts in, but it pretty much is meant for the car. It doesn't have to like make a whole rear suspension from scratch like we did on this thing, or make a whole frame like we're gonna do on the Bronco. Bronco's the exact opposite of the projects I'm trying to do moving forward, but I like doing these ones that I can knock out a little bit quicker. You know, in a perfect world, you get them where they just need a carburetor and headers and then knock them out every week. I don't want to do that stuff as much. I love that kind of content, but I also like custom shit. I'm a hot rod guy. I like seeing it airbagged. I like chopping stuff like that. But this would be amazing if we can get it running and driving, and then we can just dive right into the fun stuff, get it laying out, get the interior put in, fix some rust, have a cool ass freaking car to drive around. It has AC. Probably doesn't work, but we'll figure that out as we go. Let me know what you think. Did we do good? $1,200, clean title. I'm buying it. Even probably if the motor was junk, I would still buy it just to figure something out. Maybe have somebody else put an engine and transmission in it. I don't know. But we'll see. I don't think all hope is lost for that. We're all going to find out together whenever the parts come in, to be completely honest with you. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and turn the notifications on. You'll be notified whenever my new videos pop up. YouTube did an update recently, And every time they do an update, it seems like those notifications get turned off from people. I found out from realizing I didn't have my notifications on to channels I've followed for 10 years because of the update. So check that in case you think you already are subscribed or on the notification list. Thank you very much for watching. For the coolest merchandise on the planet, go to Caseyscustoms.com. We're gonna have a giveaway coming up soon on the lowrider van. Probably in 2 weeks, something like that. I'm gonna do a little more to it. Probably won't be on camera anymore, but just watch the videos and you'll see the announcement pop up. We'll be doing a cheaper one on that one because she's still kind of a project. It's like 95% done. I'm gonna let whoever wins it do whatever they want with the interior, and I'm gonna kind of stop with it where it's at right now. So, again, thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, comment, all the good shit they tell you in the videos. Check out some of my other videos. Peace! I love ya. Toothless Customs out.